So I'm gonna get ready to go outside and make a video, but I just had like a really quick thought that like I wanted to talk about. Is it weird? Well, I guess it's probably not weird. I'm probably not alone, but I also just want to know: do you guys who have other YouTube channels and YouTube videos and anything really, does it make you anxious or like feel weird if other people are around while you are making a video? Is that just me? Because I don't know. And you know, today was like the first day that I've made a YouTube video where my stepdad is home, and I've cut off videos before because I don't like when people are around when I'm making a YouTube video. So I just want to know, like, is that a normal thing for you too? Because I know a lot of other INFJs also get anxious when they're making videos, and like, you know, you have to really sit there and like, okay, we're gonna do this. You know, like, we got this. You know, like you give yourself a pep talk before you start talking. Yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments. All right, let's get to it. It's like pretty bright. Really bright. Really bright. That exposure though. Okay, let's try to figure this out. I'm trying to get it to like a happy medium. Right there. Okay. Maybe I'll talk like this. No, I don't think it's helpful. My eyes are watering. It's so bad. Yeah, I need to figure something else out because this is a lot. I'm probably gonna sit on that. A little stump. Hey guys. I'm trying not to talk during the wind so I can cut that out after, hopefully. But I felt like we needed to be outside today. So, welcome to my backyard. It's cold, but decently sunny, I guess. I'm wondering how much of these sounds you can actually hear. I'm sitting on a stump of a tree, and it hurts. It hurts, so there's that. But today I really wanted to talk about motivations because I feel like a lot of the time knowing why you do things can help you make decisions for the future. And the hardest part of knowing your own motivations is being honest with yourself about your motivations. And knowing your motivations is so important because it can tell you a lot about why other people think the way that they do about you, and it can also like point out your patterns that you need to get away from, or things that you can figure out about yourself and kind of play up on. So it gives you a good baseline, I guess, of both sides of it. And maybe you already know your motivations, maybe you don't, but it was something that I struggled with for a while because, I mean, people were telling me all sorts of things about, you know, why I do certain things, and it's like, you don't know why I do them because you're not me. And it's, you know, leads into choices and decisions and all of that. And over the years, I've been able to really narrow down why I choose what I do or why I do what I do. And it came down to motivations, like what I want from life and from people, and just as a general thing. So I'm just going to tell you a couple of the questions that I asked myself for how to know your motivations, and I hope that they help you. If you already know what your motivations are and you feel comfortable with sharing them, please leave me a comment below. I would like to know. So the number one thing that I asked is, what do I get out of it? Like, if I make a decision about a situation and I'm hoping for a certain outcome, what am I getting from that outcome? Why do I feel like that's the best decision? Because if you don't know what you're getting out of that decision, you wouldn't make that decision. You know, you wouldn't feel like that's the right one to make, because you're assuming that something is going to happen because of that decision. So really looking at the outcome is the main thing, and then just kind of seeing why you want that outcome. So like, what do you do things for? And I mean, mine is to be happy. It doesn't matter what decision I'm making. It doesn't matter anything like that. It's just so I am happy. And it sounds very selfish, but it's also true. And there is a point where, like, before, I used to do it so other people could be happy. And that was just wrong, because I would always feel left behind or left unappreciated or whatever it is. And now I don't do things unless I feel like I'm going to be happy from what I'm doing. And this can go into a lot of different situations as well. So sorry about the lighting if it's a little too bright. But you can figure out, you know, your patterns from this. And like I said before, I would make decisions so other people would be happy and I would be unhappy. And that just wasn't a good way for me to live. And usually people will do it for a certain emotion. So like, what emotion are you getting from this outcome? Are you being fulfilled with other people's emotions? That's a very valid thing, I think, for empaths especially. Some people do things for just contentness, or they do it for money, or they do it for love, or whatever it is. But either way, whatever you're doing, there's a motivation behind it, because there's an outcome that you want, and there's a certain thing from that outcome that makes you feel like your motivations are justified. So you can figure out what is your patterns. So if you take a look in your past, you can look at, you know, what is my pattern? Why do I generally do things? And it's like more like an 8 out of 10 times type of thing, because a lot of the times I used to do it for other people and now I do it for me, where the 2 times out of those 10 times it would be for me. But somebody else would say something about me doing that for me, and then that would make me feel bad, because I wasn't strong enough to realize that like, everybody wants to be happy, you know, but I didn't feel like I had that right, because I was 8 times out of the 10 times being what other people wanted, not being myself. And that was a main thing of why I did things in my past. So you can also ask yourself, like, why have you done these things in the past? Like, what has it been? What pattern is it that you want to break in order for you to become the part of yourself, or the person that you want to be, the version of yourself that you want to be? And knowing your motivations really, really, really helps that. And I hope that asking yourself these questions really does help. So I'm going to start rambling, so I'm going to cut it off here. But again, if you want to let me know what you've figured out from your motivations or from your past, like, let me know in the comments. Like, I'm really interested to know if anybody has figured these things out about themselves, or does this and figures it out and then, like, you know, tries to change it. Because you can be whoever you want to be. You can be any portion of yourself that you want to be at any time. It's just whether or not you feel it's right. Cardinals. Love cardinals. Okay. Thanks for joining me. I will see you next time.